Good afternoon, everybody. Uh, this to, this is Speedgaming Live 2023, and today we have Final Fantasy V Career Day, our semi-final match between Fieryblizzard and Alastair. I'm joined here today by Romstein. How are you doing,
How did you call me?
Romstein?
Yeah. Yeah, so welcome everyone. Semifinals. The second semifinal, and I believe Judge Joe was waiting for this, as this will determine his opponent for the finals.
Definitely going to be fun to find out who I face. And
Alright, we are switching to the actual race screen. Both runners are ready. Well, with the 10 minutes delay. It's going to start soon. And yes, on the starting job, I see people were betting a little on the tracker. People definitely want to avoid Samurai and Blue Mage.
Yeah, my guess was Geomancer. Train does get you through that first fight, so it is not the worst thing to get. But you're going to want to change out of it pretty quickly after that.
Well, additionally, I will be tracking the items, but also the hints. You can find the hints, as usual, on my Google spreadsheet right here that I linked in the chat.
And the runners are off, starting off with a loot of Tycoon Castle. Currently, Exploder is about...
I think Alastair opened the menu real quick, but I didn't see the starting job yet.
I also missed it, but should be able to see it when they warp out of Tycoon Castle. Bit of stuff to sell for money so far. Nothing.
Healing stuff. Healing stuff I don't sell at the beginning because it might be your only source of healing for a while. Even though it requires the ability to equip staffs.
Falls Page in World 2.
That's not really a useful hint for now.
Ninja. That's one of my favorites. You can pick up some scrolls for some very nice early damage. Javelins are a little more expensive than they used to be, but still can provide with a lot of good damage. And if we master Ninja, that could be very nice if we get Freelancer or some other jobs with its two-wheeled.
I honestly don't like the Ninja that much. However, in long seeds, mastering the Ninja, as you said, is very useful. Because not only does it give native two-handed to freelancers, but even just the ability to dual wield is useful on many jobs. That's one of the few only abilities that combos well with Dance. The other one being what? Brawl? When you're barehanded.
Equip any sort of weapon that you can dance with, but
otherwise, if you have multiple knives, especially multiple chicken knives, that's the best combo you can have on a dancer. Because contrary to a Mystic Knight, Spellblade doesn't combo well with Sword Dance because you're already reaching the Quad 9 cap easily. X-Fight is not really compatible, but Sword Dance Dual Wield is a great combo. On the other hand, what combos well with the Mystic Knight is indeed X-Fight, and this one is not obtained by mastering Ninja, but by mastering the Hunter, which is another popular job if I'm looking at the chat.
And over in the Pirates Cove, Silver Check was white 6. Could be very nice against Castle X Death if we get Holy. Allows us the best healing when we can find them, and gives a decent magic boost to help out with our scroll throwing if that's our early damage.
Yeah. As well, it's for now our first and primary source of healing. It's reassuring to find that early.
Cabins are solid, pick up a couple. Tents are the cheap one if we can find those, but worst comes to worst.
Interesting.
Ooh. Barrier Tower, Path of the Void, so we're gonna need to get the sub key.
Buy a tower has been required quite often in this tournament. Generally, when Submarine Key was required, it was for the buy a tower.
Yeah. Sub key's big because it opens up so many different checks. Barrier Tower in World 2, Sunken Waltz in World 3, and if you get the Falls and Trench pages, it's required for access. Oh.
Thunder Scrolls.
And
Javelins.
So, and High Drops and Maiden's Kisses.
One interesting thing noticed by Lily, there was Equip Rods in Tool. And Equip Rods combos well with Throw. Because any ability from the Black Mage or other magic jobs, they gave bonus magic points to the ninja, and throwing scrolls scales on magic. The thing is, with Equip Rods, not only you get a nice magic bonus, because I think that's from mastering the Time Mage, but you also have the ability to equip rods, which can boost elemental damage, especially the Wizard Rod, which would boost all elemental damage except Holy and Water. We found the Dance as well in a shop in... Where are we?
Surgate Castle.
Yeah, okay, that's the weapon or armor. So this is exclusive to Surgate Castle.
And we also see Excaliburs, which, if we get equipped swords, that's going to be some big damage for Castle X Death.
We also found Slash, apparently. Slash is the samurai ability to instantly kill enemies that are not heavy. The only drawback is that the chances aren't that high, and it takes basically 2 turns to take effect. But that's so far our first source of insta-kill.
Yep. Tycoon Meteor, Anti-Barrier, nice. Hopefully we don't find any Path of the Void hints for Tycoon Meteor, but knowing the game, we probably will get at least one. Steamship Key from Wind Shrine, so that can give lots of good sources of money and loot from the Karnak estate.
Especially early on.
Another thing with Ninja and Equip Rods, there's the Wizard Rod, but we also saw Ice Rods for sale. You could, with Ninja, equip rods and then dual wield and break rods for boosted rods. And Alastair first to use a castle. We'll see what sort of high-powered stuff we can get.
Health Cape is nice. It gives you a bonus magic points and the ability to evade physical attacks. Guild Toss,
that's
Ice Shield.
World 1.
Nice. Man-Eater. Well, if you bought the Dancer, you want the Man-Eater. X-Fight. Wow. Okay, so the ninja can equip all knives, and X-Fight is something that combos well with that.
So
also, X-Fight dual wield means 8 attacks.
So I saw Air Knife, Heel Toss, and X Fight was the third taken, or
I think so, yes. Giltas, that's something you want for the end game. Otherwise, it's mainly just a panic button that you don't really want to abuse too much because you want to keep money to buy things.
yeah. It's very strong with the early game. A lot of the World 1 locations are pretty cheap to just throw money. Is one of the fastest ways through it. But once you get to the mid game, that where
Well,
stuff won't get one shot.
Steamship is found the path to the void, and we did find the steamship in Windshrine. So we know that our next destination would be steamship. And since Tycoon Meteor is a check that does not require a key item, we know it's not the same path as the anti-buyer, which is nice. Otherwise, we found Omniscient. So the thing with Omniscient, he has a native armor and shell. So that's why Fieryblizzard could not one-hit KO with a single javelin. So now he's dispelling the shell and relying on javelins. On Bolt 2 and then javelins.
Nicely done. Aegis Shield and Elf Cape, both are actually solid. Aegis Shield is better late game if we get a shield job just for its magic evasion and stone protection. Elf Cape can help us just dodge physical attacks. And a Baron hint.
Yeah. So what a Baron? We know that Bio Tower is required, but underwater is Baron, which means we need this submarine key, but only for one single check.
How nice is the game?
I mean, that's something that happens a lot. And when you get a location that is Path to the Void and you get the submarine key there, and you get Water Baron afterward, that's a good combination of hints. Here, that's not really the case because we directly know that Bio Tower is the Path to the Void, but you get what I mean. Underwater Baron is one of the most powerful Baron that there is.
Yeah. We find Golem and Dark Matters for sale. Those are expensive, so unlikely to buy much or any of them, but Golem, if we get Summon 3, is very nice to keep our HP up. And with the early power, Fiery is pushing the Catapult. Oh, and I missed it, but the Mirage Radar was from the North Mountain Omni, so
yes,
once we get to World 3, that's most of the best shops in the game. There's a couple usually better ones. There's 2 shops in Trench which are better. However, outside of the hints in those shops, since Underwater's barren, it'll be interesting to see if we ever do visit Trench.
I don't think so. This would even require to get the Trench page, and we don't know where it is. I mean, if Trench page was hinted, maybe, but here that's not the case. We know where Force page is, and we know that Force page will never be required, and Force Shrine does not give any hint or shop. I don't think we'll ever go there for the loot. Like, that's not even worth it.
And Shoat takes a couple people down, but the surviving people get even more XP as a result. And if it weren't for the fact that we already got Shoat from the Shoat summon from Windshrine, would be getting it there, and Catapult doesn't have anything except pretty much 10,000 gold from a Corna jar.
Well, there's just one major issue if you have characters dying constantly, because as you said, XP is not lost. It's just that instead of being divided by 4, it's divided by 2, since 2 characters survived. However, if some characters are lacking in XP, they are lacking in levels and HP, and they are more prone to, well, keep dying and never getting any other level, and that might be a problem in the long run. And contrary to other Final Fantasies, when you have a game that is centered around playing with jobs, and so multiple characters have multiple roles, you don't want to be missing characters because they are not leveled enough. It's not FF3. You cannot solo everything with a dual wield drain spear dragoon.
Yeah. We find Fire 3 in... I don't actually remember the name of that town, but...
Yeah. That's Jackal.
Yeah. In Jackal, which doesn't have any direction to bring us there, but if you do check it, you find Fire 3 there, which could be, if we get Black 5, very nice damage.
There's something else that is brought up by chat, which is absolutely correct. Contrary to XP, ability points are not split, which means characters who die will not get ability points, and so their jobs will not progress. That's another thing to consider. You won't unlock new abilities with that.
Yeah. Now that the top and bottom people got stoned from the catapult, the middle people get commented by Atmos, so just making sure to try and get the XP back to even.
Yeah, kinda. I think they will get more XP because, well, Atmos at this spot has more HP than Shoat, where he found Shoat. I don't remember where it was.
And the Lanka Meteor, there's the
Oh.
trench page.
Well, looks like the game wanted to prove me wrong.
You can't avoid it if you don't get a hint for it. And we head to the library to heal up and check the hint, which might be useful for Alastair if he fades North Mountain for too long, but...
I mean, we don't know if it's going to be useful that much, to be honest.
Yeah, until we see the shops, we aren't able to tell whether the Mirage Radar is going to be of use, and there's Alastair heading straight to North Mountain to get the Mirage Radar.
And that's also because we know there's Giltos in Kusa Castle, so basically we have our endgame strategy. We only need a way to raise all levels, so there is even less chances to see the trench shops. I don't think we'll be looking for loot in the page dungeons.
There's two main ways we'll see runners typically get set up, with Hero Song and Sing, or with mixing up levels. A third option, if we need to boost levels for our final fight, could be if we find drink in shops and hero potions. That's pretty much the same as the basic Samson power mix, boosting 10 levels per drink.
There's
so
just...
we don't get the protection that the mix provides from Whitehole, but it's another way of boosting levels.
That's a pinwheel, one hit KO for Halikanaso. She doesn't have enough time to cast the told AoE spell.
And upon a panda at another meteor, We have some nice flame scrolls to push through it. This
And that's the bracelet as well. The thing about when you were mentioning drink, there's one major issue with drink compared to mix. You can only drink consumables.
Yep.
You need to buy them. And you're quite limited. Because not only I think the power drinks are actually bugged, but you cannot. I think the protect drinks are also bugged. They only give armor and not shell, and you do want shell if possible for the final fight. It's less versatile than mixing. When you know how to mix, you can do many things. You can haste yourself. You can give you elemental power to, well, boost elemental power. That's not going to happen today, but that's a possibility. You can raise your levels faster if you are lucky enough to find Dragon Fangs, etc.
And Alastair picks up the hinted anti-barrier from the Tycoon Meteor. So with that and the bracelet from Steamship, that's access to Exdeath's Castle, which once runners feel ready to head on through can get them to World 3 and the Mirage Radar access.
Alastair did not find the anti-barrier. It was hinted.
Yep.
Wasn't it like the first hint?
No,
the first
think
hint
it
was full
Ruger.
stage. Oh, did Alastair get this hint actually? French pages in World 1. Well, thanks, game. We know that.
Based on these current hints, it's looking more and more likely that we'll need to go to get the pair of hints in Mirage Village, or even the 3 trench ones if we want to get the rest of our Path to Void hints.
Apparently, we also got the tiara in Karnak Escape. That's... Oh, we also have a ribbon in Walls Underground. So those 2 headgears are valuable. They are both Dancer headgears. So the ribbon is exclusive to Dancer and protects against every status ailment except instant death and zombie. Whereas the tiara will boost your chances to see sword dance because it removes the... Wow, that's a really unlucky hint.
I mean, it's a direct hint, so it's not one of our Path to Void hints being doubled, but we already did get a Path to Void.
I mean, it's a dupe hint, and dupe hints are bad luck.
Yeah.
That means you could have gotten another hint that would have been more useful. So anyway, yeah. So Tiara removes chances to see Tempting Tango. Instead, you have additional chances to see Sword Dance. But also, it's the most powerful headgear in terms of magic stat. It's on par with the Circlet, but it protects against confusion.
Ifrit, this the Karnak meteor that Fiery's currently doing?
So far, I say that no one is trying to learn level 5 Doom.
No easy access. It's not always that difficult to get your level set up. It's a little more difficult the later you go, but if you don't get it early...
If no one dies, you are supposed to be at level 6. You're supposed to be at level 2 or 6 after the first boss. I
Level
think
2
just
after the first chest, level 6 after the
first boss, and
and
you're
I
supposed
think
to be at 8 or 9 after the second boss. It's not hard to set up your levels, to be honest. Like,
bit
if
of
you're missing levels, you can just grind near the library.
yep. And Fieryblizzard takes on a panda. Doesn't have the flame scrolls, but one javelin, one thunder scroll. Will also be getting the anti-barrier, and it'll be interesting to see when Fiery chooses to head to World 3 or not. Don't currently have a great way of dealing with Castle X death. We've seen bits and pieces throughout shops, but
This is something I did not even consider. You could also target yourself with Dark Shot to set up your levels. Like, if you're at something like, if you're at a level that ends with 1, Dark Shocking yourself will end up being a level 5 multiple.
Death by math, but not for the enemy.
I mean, to learn it.
And
you're here to learn math.
Yeah. Titan showing up early, always annoying when it blocks your access, but clears the overworld and Fiery's back to the ship graveyard to see if there was any value left here. There's Hunter Crystal. So if we didn't already get X Fight, then that'd have been our method to trying to master it.
To be honest, Hunter wouldn't have been a good plan here. We don't have good bows. If we didn't even get a single Gale Bow, we generally get that in places like Wind Shrine. It can show up early. So yeah. Alastair is not fast enough to dodge the Kurururu spell.
I think I can't remember. I know thrown weapons get power reduced by Toad, but I think guild cost still works even if you're a Toad.
I think you can't even throw if you're a Toad.
It's an option. I just can't remember.
Oh, and we have some lags on Fary's side. We missed the content of the other chests. We just know that the boss is Califistry. We didn't even see how Calo died.
Just Hypno Helm, so just if Runner never chose to head back to Torna Canal, then they would have potentially saved a little bit of time. There's the bracelet for Alastair, and Fiery's about done with World 1. We should be seeing him head to World 2. Might do a couple checks, and then he should be heading into Kuza Castle to get some of his loot there.
Oh, there's one magic thing that I forgot to check on the tracker. I always forget to check it preemptively, but yes, we start with Tablet 1.
I also think Alastair made it through the Omni. I know he went to North Mountain. I didn't quite pay enough attention on if he finished it, but with guild toss shouldn't have had an issue.
Nah, Alastair did not come back there.
Okay, so Alastair did get Omni.
Then I forgot to check the Mirjada then. What is this?
Well, that should be the Waltz Meteor. And there's the Moogle suit. So a couple more high value items, not quite as high value as some, but still should be a solid source of money or abilities. Oh.
And we do have some technical issues here. And it's showing to me that Alastair does not have the Mirage Radar.
Okay.
So Alastair did not come back to kill Omni.
Didn't have Dispel and Bolt 2, or Giltos wasn't quite strong enough at level 6. And wasn't able to get it.
I'm also switching the audio to Alastair because Fiery seems to have a few technical issues.
Oh, there's Drink.
I mean, Drink, contrary to Mix, is also the native ability for the Chemist, which means you don't need to grind it. You can just get a Chemist with Giltos. Because we don't have Freelancer or Mimic, so right now we don't really have a way to combine Giltos with a leveling up ability.
Samurai would also be something that would work.
Samurai with Drink would work, but with Giltos would work if we find Hero Song. Chemist with Giltos works if you find the drinks.
There's Dark Shock from Balk. Nope, Dark Shock was the reward from the Karnak Escape. And Fiery finishes up Waltz Kingdom, which I believe was the last thing left in World 1, so on to World 2 for Fiery.
And Fiery will start by looting Surgate Castle, getting an additional hint, and the 2 exclusive shops there, which, if my memory is correct, has the Dancer.
Yes.
So the 2 shops here are item shops, and they are shared across World 2. The 3 shops on the top right are magic shops. They are shared across all towns in World 2 except more. So yeah, depending on how you check shops, be sure to not check duplicate shops multiple times. Knowing that generally it's just more valuable to check all the shops in Kelb.
Looks like we picked up Dancer and I think an Excalibur, so Fiery might have looted equipped swords at some point, or Excalibur's a lot of money to spend if you don't have equipped swords.
He bought an Excalibur. That's interesting. We don't have the knight to equip it, so yeah. I mean, he may have bought it for X-Death, because X-Death is vulnerable to light, but we need a way to equip it. Same for the Holy Spear, which was found really early, but no way to equip it. And let's say the knight is more valuable than the dragon.
I know equipped spears popped up the book in Surgate Castle was equipped spears, so if we still have the Holy Spear, that's our method of using it.
Yeah, dancing with the Holy Spear is a nice alternative to dancing with the Excalibur. It kinda does the same damage.
If we were to get the Dragoon job, then we'd be able to go X-Fight Holy Spear as an alternative.
Yes. However, Excalibur can have an advantage if you have a knight and you use double grip instead. Because you effectively double your damage with the Excalibur, and, well, only swords are compatible with double grip.
We're past the early game, so it's possible Fiery doesn't take Giltoss yet, but only if he wants to come back. X-Fight is a take. Maneater's a take with the Dancer. And Giltoss.
It's interesting to see those differences in the Koza item pickups. If I had both the Dancer, I would have also taken the Man-Eater. Even though Man-Eater gives you nice stats, but it's not really a powerful weapon. It's only powerful against human enemies. Otherwise, it doesn't do that much damage. Oh, I believe we do have... Fieryblizzard does have Equip Spear.
Yeah, Sergei Castle, the... whatever the song that's in there in vanilla, that check gave spears. And Fiery's off to Moogle Waterway and should then check the Moogle suit, I would suspect. And Alastair is finishing up with his World 1 with Lanka Meteor. After this, I think it's just Karnak Meteor potentially, and then the Omni.
Yeah, you don't have Ice 2, which would be effective against Advantaimai, and yeah.
No level 5 Doom would be an insta-kill. Do have Dispel, so that'll be very helpful.
Yeah, because Advantaimai has a native armor and shell as well. You want to indeed dispel that if you have to take it out by damage. Otherwise, Slash works too, because Advantaimai is not heavy. And level 5 Doom natively works, because it's level D. Oh, I didn't see the item.
Hey. I also missed it, but should be able to catch it in a sec.
What did we get on Advantaimai?
Double Lance.
Eh.
Decent if we get a chicken knife with the ninja. That's one way to avoid, but...
No, that's useless because we have X-Fight. We can already bypass the chicken knife.
Yeah.
Oh, that's useful! Solitary Shrine is Path to the Void. We need the Shrine page, which is unhinted, but we know, and it has to be for tablet. Like, it's a path to a tablet in the end.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't see what was in Moogle Village, because Fiery had Spike of Lag.
We'll pretend if anything pops up that we're like, where'd Fiery get that? Well, Moogle Village will be our first bet.
Yeah.
Alastair picking up Dancer now.
And Fiery keeps the Aegis Shield.
Definitely helps that was the second one to pick up.
Oh, Galebo is here. Eh.
And on to Bal Castle for Alastair.
X-Fight isn't always useful. I like to have a backup if I have Chicken Knife. The thing with double lens, it does remove the runaway proc from the chicken knife, but it's not a powerful weapon. X-Fight will make you attack 4 times, which on a single target is extremely useful with the chicken knife. Mug is a nice alternative, but yeah, doesn't have damage overall.
There's Cure 3 with the white 6. Bard if we find Hero Song.
And
there's
the
the submarine key.
Okay, so let me think.
The probably worst case scenario is if we get a Bow Castle Path of the Void hint and Shrine Pages in Barrier Tower. But as long as we can avoid that... Oh, and Chemist was somewhere.
Moogle Village?
Probably Moogle Village.
Since we already have Antibio plus Bracelet, all other paths are for a tablet in the end. It may be duplicate path, but at least it's going to be useful. That's something you want to have.
If we got a Wind Shrine Path the Void hint, that's the one thing that chained into either the anti-barrier or the bracelet, and would be a hint we would not want to see.
This is true, Lily. Chicken Knife is the strongest knife, because one, its stat is enormous when you build it by running away from the fight. In the vanilla game, in the randomizer it's at max by default, but also it uses speed in the damage formula. That's why if you want to boost damage from the chicken knife, a nice secondary weapon is not necessarily the double lens, but a hardened dagger, something that adds speed, as well as the ninja gear, like stealth suit or dark suit, along with the dark hood, gives you a lot of speed. But also, if you already have a way to bypass the running away proc, like X-Fight, having hardened dagger plus chicken knife is better than using double lens and chicken knife. That was a lucky sword dance on the Red Dragon, because if it had used the HP stealing move, he would have instantly died, because they are undead. So
yeah, Ragnarok's it's at minimum a decent dart. At maximum, it's a solid weapon.
If you bought the Excalibur for using it with a sword, I believe it's an even better sword than Excalibur if you don't need the holy properties. Yeah. Like, you can use Excalibur on Exodus, but after that, if you use Sword Dance with Equip Sword, please use Ragnarok instead.
Yeah, there's... Outside of even being stronger, there's a couple bosses that'll just absorb holy, like Byblos or Odin, and some of them... Why does Byblos absorb holy? I don't know.
Yeah. And also, no, we didn't find blue. Wait a minute. Oh, there was a freelancer, however.
Ooh.
Chemist and freelancer. Yeah, that's definitely the way to the end game. We're going to mix skill toss. The thing with the freelancer, it can equip all weapons. so we don't even need equip sword or equip spear. We can just have someone natively dual-wielding, because I think Lena mastered the ninja. You can have a freelancer natively dual-wielding Excalibur and Holy Lance against Egdeaths. And since you don't need to use an ability slot for to wield, you can put in X-Fight and just use 2 weapons with X-Fight.
If we end
And
up
you can even use another ability with that.
If we get Magic Sword 6 and Flare Blade, that's pretty much the biggest single ability combo.
This was my favorite combo in the Winter 4th Job Draft tournament. Except that I did not need Flare Sword, and I would actually prefer to use Drain Sword, because on the final boss, with that kind of strat, Drain Sword was safer than Flare Sword.
And no level 5 Doom, so we just have to go through Carlibos
the intended way. Yeah, we could use Bolt 3 Sword or Bolt 2 to deal damage. I believe you could throw Thunder Scrolls as well.
Looks like Fiery's moved a little bit past throwing for the most part. Alastair had some Thunder Scrolls to do most of the damage and was a 4th tablet, so that hint chain is done.
That also means it's not a duplicate hint chain with Shrine. That's perfect.
Which I think we're at 3 Path of the Void, so 2 more to go to help guide us to the last 2 tablets. And Alastair heads right from Barrier Tower into Castle Exdeath. Is heading to the basement, and we'll see if he heads through all the way through the top. I don't think he's gotten the Moogle suit, or if he hasn't checked it, which looks like Moogle Village had a lot of value this seed.
200 hinted tablets so far, and I believe we did get the 10 hints? No, we are missing 1 hint. Which one are we missing? Really question. Which one am I missing?
Did we catch what was Walt's Kingdom's hint?
Yes, that was a scholar, so I remember that. That's a vanilla B-Bridge key. Yes, because in the vanilla game, you don't have a B-Bridge key item, but that's what precedes doing the big bridge to run away from Ex's castle and get back to Ball Castle. So indeed, you could consider that the vanilla spot for big bridge key. The same goes for Helio Valley having the Helio Call.
Missing hints, there was a Moogle suit is World 1 hint. I don't know.
Oh, you're right.
But I do remember that hint.
You're right. We do have the 10 hints. We are missing 2 tablets. We're missing 2 tablets, one of them is hinted. So yeah, we might definitely go and get our extra hints from Mirage. That's going to be an advantage for Fiery.
Yeah, Fiery has both access to hints, versus Alastair only has Trench to go if he needs more hints.
However, if the unhinted tablet is actually in Tool Pass or Odin Spot, you don't need the hints.
As long as we can find the shrine page.
It's just that if the last tablet path is actually hinted at Meritrada, Fieryblizzard will have a slight advantage because we already have the Meritrada. So he's going to check that. He will have the information. But there's also the possibility that it gives us useless hits. Oh, hello, Odin.
I hope Odin doesn't do his Xantasuken here through Edge. Because without Break Sword, it's a very low odds. Oh wait, this is Carbuncle Spot, less health.
You just need Sword Dance.
I was thinking it was the Greg 4 spot with a little bit more health. But...
So, red shoes are the accessory that enhances your chances to see Sword Dance, just like the tiara and the rainbow suit. Which means, if you wanted to equip the ribbon instead of the tiara but couldn't because, well, you want to use Sword Dance more often, now you can switch the tiara for the ribbon and use the red shoes instead.
Which is very nice up until we go and get running shoes.
Yeah.
And we have Arcuavis at Gilgamesh 4. Actually, potentially a spot where Slash will come into play.
Yeah, basically, the perfect equipment for the dancer in terms of defense would be a ribbon, mirrored vest, and then running shoes or Kaiser clothes. And then you need to replace one of the three by the tiara, the rainbow suit, or the red shoes. That's how you build a dancer.
Looks like we've gotten at least one Slash with... there's a glitch where if you use Slash to insta-kill the non-hexes with 2 and 4 Arcuavis, it'll shake and move lower and lower into the...
We also have a problem on Alastair's side. He forgot to save after getting the big rich key, I think, and the problem is that he had to reset after...
I know he... I know he went
on the
into the castle after getting the big bridge key. I don't know if he saved at all before going
Oh, okay, then he saved again.
Okay. So it's just a long walk up.
We also have the menu boss. If you insta-kill each and every phases of Arcuavis, you can make it glitch every time it resurrects and go into the menu. Because the first phase, you can manipulate the level and kill it with level 5 Doom. The second phase, you can kill it. It's non-heavy, you can kill it with Odin or Slash. Third phase, you can manipulate the level to use level 5 Doom. Fourth phase is not heavy. And the final phase is level 20, so you can use level 5 Doom directly.
Let's see, what was the reward?
False page.
Yay.
Which we know is completely useless.
And with actually having a full X-Death strat prepped and online, will not be seen anytime soon. Or ever. now Fiery is on to
Oh,
casting next step.
come on, Alastair. You know this floor layout.
Summon Golem. I think one of the only useful things, like we don't necessarily need it, but would appreciate, is either Time Mage or Time 3, so we can cast the haste spell.
You have mixed. You can cast it with. You can cast an haste potion with.
I don't know if we
Turtle
found
shell and eye
viable
drops.
turtle shells, but I guess you could farm them. Oh, gets the shout, so nice little bit of time save there. Oh, and we do, it looks like, have time.
So, combining X-Fight with dual wields, using holy elemental weapons. And you can even combine it with Samson Power Mixing to raise the character's level. This completely shreds excess HP. And we now have problems on Alastair's stream.
And Fiery goes, oh, I'm right here, let's go do the big bridge right here, right now. Never have to come back.
That's also something I like to do, actually. Like with Bio Tower.
It's a Gilgamesh.
Not the correct one, but a Gilgamesh nonetheless. And we managed to kill it!
Free elixir. Nope, wait, Gilgamesh 4.
Yeah.
Free saved from talking.
It also means you actually get the XP.
And oh, I guess we're learning level 5 Doom.
Yeah, maybe someone earlier in the chat was right and he got Blue Mage from Moor Village and mastered Blue really fast?
Or just the blue ability.
Nah,
But
because he didn't have
this, right?
He didn't have the blue ability earlier.
Got it.
In the ability list, it was not there. Also, Bart's ninja sprite is blue as well, so this might add up to the confusion. So that's mastering level 5 Doom.
Gets nice RNG on that.
We have Dark Shock, Samson Power Mix, and level 5 Doom. We don't really need to learn more. Level 2 Old would have been nice, but we don't really need it that much. And if you don't really need it that much, it's not worth it to learn on the Magic Dragon in Exodus Castle.
Yeah.
Definitely not, it's way too RNG. You can waste up to 10 minutes just trying to get them to do level 2 Old.
And there's Gilgamesh 3. Very, 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 very dead. About 4 times over. But finally going and checking the first library.
So Lena here was probably wielding air knives, that's why she did 0.
Pyramid page. That's something.
We have all the pages except the one we did.
As it goes. Shopping spree time. But Alastair also getting menu boss. Big hit. It stinks. Everything must go.
I mean, not everything, but
Yeah, definitely not the Aegis shields.
Esuna, Ice 3, level 4 quarter, Aero 3, time 6, White Mage. And we don't need a White Mage because we have White 6 and Freelancer. But the time 6 is definitely nice. We have access to X Zone, Hastiger, Black 6 is good. Mystic Knight is not useful anymore.
Break and Doom.
Yes, especially with Black 6, that's useful. You can use that on the Freelancer. Spellblade 6 would be nice. Rainbow Suit and Turtle Shells! Now that's something. You can mix many good things with Turtle Shells. Mixing 2 Turtle Shells will make Protect Drink, which gives you Armor and Shell. Mixing a Turtle Shell with an eye drop gives you Hast Drink. And then I don't know the other mixes.
Walls
Walls
Tower,
Tower.
Path Void, which we know means we need the wall. We need the Walls
Tower Key. Yes.
So now we're looking for 2 unhinted items. Hinted as important, unhinted location. Oh, Speed and Hero Song, Break Blade,
Deathglow as well. Thing is, the locations of those items are unhinted, but as soon as you get the item, you know where to go when you're in go mode. Also, there's still a chance those 2 paths are the same.
Yep.
You can have Shrine Page on Walls Tower. You can also have the Walls Tower key at Shrine. However, as you said earlier, what we know is that it is not Sunken Walls, because Sunken Walls is underwater, which is barren. So it's the Walls Tower in World 1.
And Fiery continuing with the Mirage, heading to Bahamut boss spot, which a little bit tougher versus Tool Pass or the Odin, but we have plenty of power to take almost, if not everything, that can be here.
Yeah, you see, he doesn't have blue in the ability list.
And we could slash it.
Yes.
We don't have Odin.
He just needs to rebuild his character's abilities. Yeah, he didn't have Slash equipped. You could use X-Zone as well.
Yeah. So, has a couple sources available, should be enough. Sets up Mage Galoof. Dark Matters were buyable. We have seen Atmos, so we do have a Dark, but might want to be saving it for something else.
You have Golem to protect yourself from the flower abilities anyway, so...
We have Meteor.
Well, X-Zone works, first try.
Woo! Alastair heads to World 3 and goes straight to Pirates Cove.
Okay,
Okay, so
there's
we're doing Boko the Chocobo,
one
which is
more.
a
No, you have rods equipped.
and a nice easy boss at the Bahamut spot gives us
The assassin dagger and the unhinted tablet.
unhinted final tablet. Well, not
Well,
final. But
that means that Shrine and Walls Tower are in the same path, but that also means Mirage Radar was required and Alastair is in a world of trouble now. He has the hint that Mirage Radar is in World 1, but he faded Northern Mountain because there was Omni there. I don't think he wants to go back there. That's a major disadvantage. And I think I can already safely say that Alastair has no way to actually pull ahead.
without, yeah, there is enough of a lead. It has all of the tools. But we'll have to see where that final path is. If it's somewhere funky.
Also, yeah, we have no info about the chain starter. We don't know which order between Shrine and War Tower. We don't know where the first item of the two is, and yeah.
There's the adamantite. If
Oh,
you're looking for the Mirage radar on Alastair's side, that's the place to go to, but looks like we're going to be heading to Odin's spot, probably.
it could start the chain for T3.
Oh, no, we're getting the hints.
Oh, yeah, he wants the hints.
So,
Might as well get
double
all the
twitch.
advantages you can.
Fiery getting the loot on the way. There's
Samurai
Samurai.
Crystal was here.
We didn't have Freelancer. That'd have been very nice.
I mean, Alastair doesn't have it. He doesn't have a Moogle suit.
True. So that'll be big. Bard was available for sale. Alistair didn't buy it,
Hold
but
up.
if he remembers where it is, Hero Song was it was
I didn't see the hints.
North Mountain is Path of the Void.
Well, thanks, but yeah.
That might be what it takes to push Alistair back.
Where were the two other hints? There are three hints.
Burning areas are barren and something. So, if we get the Elder Branch, we know it's 4.
Oh, please no.
Yeah. We've had enough for this tourney, I think 5 out of 7. So, Fiery will get the adamantite, and we'll see if that's enough to entice him to do it, or if he would prefer to do the Pyramid Page or the Odin.
And, you know, Northern Mountain was in the double path. Because Northern Mountain was on the path to Northern Mountain.
Yep. So as long as Alastair doesn't think he's already done North Mountain 1, that hint will help guide him to that back on that path. Mantite.
Oh, by the way, that's where Holy was. Holy being locked after X death. You like to see that. And blue as well. Well, Fiery has all the tools to steamroll the seed at that point.
And is choosing to go to the Onin spots. Looks like sticking with some of the quicker single checks. The longer double check of the Adamantite or the Pyramid Page's single check.
The first check after Adamantite is fast, though.
First check is fast, second check has a lot of walking. Fight itself is fast, but...
Oh, there's also Leviathan. Yeah. You have everything you need. Okay, Burning Barn. Pyramid Page Ward 1.
That
is useless. However,
wasn't the Pyramid Page from the Big Bridge Key?
Hold up. What the hell? Wait!
No, Pyramid Page was library. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, second check in the library. No, first, because we don't have a...
I forgot that that library was left
You
for that
scared
long.
me for a second.
No, I scared myself. But there we go. Alastair's heading back, and nothing
Holy
in
sword
Odin.
magic. So yeah, those hints spread are actually beneficial to Alastair. However...
Oh, we haven't seen Hiru Valley.
Okay, I have a bad history with Hiru Valley. It's a check opened at the start, and twice in this tournament have I last locationed it. Oh, come on, you don't need Mute Sword. You can one-hit KO Omniscient. It's Northern Mountain 1. It has like, what? 900 HP? And you do get to evade Flare at the end, but yeah.
Yeah, you check Forest if you're going for a fork dive, which it is 2 checks, so might be better than, say, Pyramid. Definitely longer, but better odds. It's whether you're going for quantity of checks or speed. Well, I don't know if it's speed per check, what the fastest is. Wing Raptor. And we have Doom. So not Hiru Valley. Yeah, I think we're down to Adamantite. Or...
No, do
Pyramid.
not say it. Do not say it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know where the Elder Branch is.
Do not say it's in Fork. Do not.
I don't. All we know is it's either Adamantite or Pyramid that leads to it.
I prohibit anyone commentating or commenting on the chat to say Fork Tower. This word is taboo, okay? It will not be there.
Wasn't Adamantite 1?
And I think Adamantite just leads to nothing.
So, have to do Pyramid for... if Adamantite leads to nothing, and not even the Elder Branch, then everything left is one chain. So, let's hope there's at least something. Yeah, no running shoes for anyone yet. Oh. If everything's one single chain, that's a long... Oh, well, I guess the chain can split at a certain... No.
Hello there. Do you think you have enough damage output to one-hit KO Gogo?
Yes, if you hit dance.
He's using X-Fight.
I
hope he's using
I
Tempest
might
Sword.
want to boost at least one set of 10 levels, but he was hitting for 800 with a lot of... Okay. Yep. We're through.
Yeah. Yeah, Tempest Sword, yeah. Tempest Sword crits. Warrant his victory.
Only 800, so as long as you were doing... Okay.
Bro,
that's
no,
not necessarily
no,
a bad thing. It
no.
means there's a chance fork isn't required.
It's 50-50 between Pyramid and Fork right now, right?
Uh,
I mean 50-50. No, it would be 1/3 because Fork has 2 checks.
Yes, which might
And
be
we-
what pushes Fork Fiery to do it.
And
However,
since
if
Burning is
Alastair
barren,
needs to get Pyramid Page if he were to go and...
no way, no.
So, with the stuff that's left, decent sized chain, you could get like up to 3 things heading from this. Something required. That would be Alastair's chance to make up some ground if he can get the Pyramid Page and chase that instead.
And Fiery is going for Fork Tower right now because we know Burning is barren, so Moor Forest has nothing. So he's doing that only to unlock Kryl and Fork Tower. It's technically the right call because Fork Tower is 2 checks, whereas Pyramid is only 1.
Yeah. It's a tough choice. Our ability to have all 3 insta-kills with /Doom and Doom Break Shoat might be what's pushing Fiery to head this route. I don't know how many non-insta-killable bosses that could be real annoyances are left.
We have Stalker, we have Necrophobe, we have Catastrophe.
Sleep. I think we have Float. Necrophobe is a pain just because it's necrophobia. And
if you have Breakblade, it's easy to break the bios.
Breakblade and Summon would be what you would want for necrophobia. Or Shoat and Summon. So, Summon.
We do have Shoat.
If we haven't seen
But
Leviathan,
Breakblade is
that might
100%.
Leviathan might be a bad one if that's one we haven't seen.
We have Leviathan. Oh, you mean as a boss? Yeah.
Yes.
Though Leviathan, if you have Bolt 3 Sword,
Bolt 3 Sword with X-Fight would chew through it.
Yeah.
We have Bolt 3. That
especially if you have Bolt 3 Sword and not Bolt 3 Black Magic. Because using Black Magic might give you the magical counter, which is Tidal Wave, and you want to avoid it. Whereas Bolt 3 Sword is a physical attack, so it will give you the physical counter, which is just Entangle, which you can mitigate with Golem.
Alrighty, so where does Alastair go from here is an important piece now.
Well, Unfortunately, Alastair has way less key items than Fieryblizzard.
Yes, he has most of World 2 is still open. The Adamantite and the for pretty much everything he does that isn't either the Adamantite for Work Chain or Library 1 for
Mhm.
Pyramid Chain
Hey, Magic Lamp.
will not progress him towards anything.
Well, Alastair is basically looking for Pyramid Page or Elbranch to unlock things. So he knows that it's hinted in World 1. And yeah, he hasn't done Odin's Cave yet as well.
There's Odin. So we have better heavy or non-heavy insta-kill. And a lamp, so if you didn't have heavy set up. Or we have summon 4, right? Oh, Guardians is rude. Either
Yeah, if you don't
Either
have a
you
way to
just
slip them.
damage. We have summon. We just picked up Odin, so all of those went on one. So that one's down. Doom has a chance of insta kill.
Yeah, they are not heavy, so you can slash, you can X zone. They are weak. They are vulnerable to instant death, so you can doom them. However, yeah,
There's a lot of them, and the punches at this spot do hurt.
and they looked like they were quite fast as well. Like normally, bosses on at Fog Tower have their speed divided by 2. But I don't think that was the case here. They were fast.
And we're on to the pyramid page instead.
Like, okay, I know multiple phase bosses.
With our current
well.
levels, we have guild toss as long as we have enough money. Sit in the back row, double guild toss gets you through.
Well. And you can just use Golem.
Yep, if you want.
Golem makes them free.
If Fiery, I think we have Samurai, so that's a lot of.
I mean, you can use Golem and Gildas.
Yeah, you do Golem and then you wait for the 80 bars to match up again, and then you guild toss. Because it takes 2, but the first one gets them into magic phase, and that's where.
You could even try to solo the Guardians with Golem and Gildas.
Yeah, I think if you were going to go for a solo strat, Odin would probably be just a little better because it doesn't trigger magic, but.
How long is a casual playthrough? It's been long since any of us has done any casual playthroughs, so I don't know.
Definitely, depending on where important stuff are in your settings, would definitely say 3+ hours, 4 to 6 as.
Let me look. So, assuming you're playing on the Pixel Remaster, well, if you go fast, you could finish a casual playthrough between 4 and 5 hours. Or even more, I don't know. "20 hours? Well, if you really play for the first time, yes. Even though if you play the Pixel Remaster version, there are a lot of things that speed up the playthrough. like auto battle.
Mirage Vest. Always a good pickup.
Yeah, 6 hours is what I would guess as well. If you know the basics of the game. Nope, wrong button.
Unless this is was what he wanted. Oh, we already got this
Yeah,
chest. Yeah, that's definitely the wrong button.
Yeah, he already looted that. So
Good old X fight. Why do you have so much health? And Alastair takes down Califisteri, and which was the Hypno Hound. So Moogle Waterways down. Haste 2. That's better than Haste 1. And we're heading to the Adamantite. So that'll get Alastair the Elder Branch and Fork Tower access, which is one of the 2 routes we know might be needed.
dual wield for free.
But having
finding dual wield does not give you a freelancer that natively knows it. Level 5 Doom, however, that's something that means we wasted time learning it. Yeah, 4-job draft is what we had during the last tournament. And it was really interesting. It was.
Yeah, well, it was.
It was strict 4-job.
Yes. Pyramid boss is already dead. No, I don't. It's already dead. Although we don't have Odin. Actually, we have. I think we might have to. Nope, we have X-Zone. Strict 4 job is pretty much
well, that's here.
Oh.
And do you know what this means?
Fork is bait.
Fork is barren. That means the Adamantite was also not required. That also means Pyramid Page is required, which means Alastair is completely behind, unfortunately. Yeah. That's the only thing that could have saved Alastair if Fork Tower was indeed required. That's not the case here. So then I assume that Walls Tower will have the Shrine page.
It will have the Shrine page behind some number of items.
I mean, it could either be directly the Shrine page, or it could be the Ifrit's Fire, or the Senwon Bait, or the Air Call.
We have a couple chains left, possibly. At least one of those is likely Fork. I would not be surprised if at least one of those is in this path.
Let's go mode. Now we don't know if Shrine gives the 3rd tablet directly or not, but we are in go mode. The progression is now gated.
Two crits gets us through. And since Fiery has every tool he needs, go mode, he is running right through. No loot.
Okay, what's the boss here? Antlion,
Lion.
which means no XP. But we do have
Yeah,
Leviathan, which is
we-
water
we-
element.
Do have black on someone? Yeah, we're just killing. I believe we bought sleep, so we could put it to sleep and get XP that way.
Yeah.
No need.
So Antlion is weak to water. So using Leviathan will be more effective. Water scrolls would also work. That's actually better than casting Bolt 3 with the ninja.
Aqua Rake will not work.
Yeah, because it's actually non-elemental.
Just 8 times effective against desert enemies.
Yes, and Antlion is actually not a desert enemies. Okay, so look at those Path to the Void hints. We have 3 tablets hinted, bracelet hinted. I want those Path to the Void hints every time. Like, give me those hints. Why? Like, okay, there were 2 duplicate hints with the direct hints. But yeah. And Antibio was not hinted by a Path to the Void, but it was hinted directly at Ace Physio check. So yeah,
Which is even
those
better.
hints gave everything. Wow.
Yeah, those hints gave everything except where to start the path. For the final path.
Yeah, that's certainly better than having 5 Path to the Void hints for only 2 chains.
Yeah. Do we have Doom set up? We do.
And Fieryblizzard enters the void at 1 hour 32 minutes and 50 seconds. So only the boss rush is separating Fieryblizzard from the victory here. Oh, Lava to Old on the way. Full death by math. well.
We've seen Califisteri. Gilgamesh 2 is, I think, the main boss you might consider wanting it for.
Dolka can be dangerous. Catastrophe can be dangerous if you don't have time equipped. Leviathan can be dangerous.
But also, I don't think Death by Math works amazingly on Leviathan.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bosses that are
yeah.
dangerous.
Dangerous bosses.
Yeah.
Leviathan's probably the big one.
Well, let's be honest. If you have Darkshock level 2 old and level 5 too, you can Death by Math everything.
Yeah.
And mixing Samson power actually helps. Like,
I guess
Odin is impossible to Death by Math because of its high magic evade, so you will not hit Darkshock. Bahamut could also be a problem with level 99, but then you can just use level 3 Flare.
Yeah.
Leviathan was already beaten? What?
Must have been early.
No.
Ram is breakable, is X-zonable.
It's you cannot break Ramu.
The other two.
Yeah, you can only Doom or X-Zone. Like, it's not heavy and level 2. Install Death. But you cannot break it. Ifrit is the complementary, because you can break Ifrit, but you cannot insta-kill it.
And then Shiva has guards which can have whatever done to them, but is herself not insta-kill.
Yeah, you can kill Shiva's commanders, but not Shiva herself. It was a door boss. Oh! Yeah, door boss, we might have missed it. It was not at Pyramid, because Pyramid Gate was Minotaurus.
Shrine Gate, it was the Shrine Pyramid.
Yeah, okay. Because Trench, I don't remember it at Trench.
I remember seeing Fiery X fight it one-shotting, and then it was a Leviathan. It one-shot, so I didn't pay too much attention.
Levia was not Pyramid status. Pyramid status was Minotaurus.
Yeah, Shrine.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
Okay, so here, if you have Spellblade, level 6 or just level 5, with Fire 3 sword, if you do X-Fight here, you can actually one-hit KO all commanders in the same turn.
And Fiery going and setting up for an insta-kill on the boss that I mentioned doesn't, because I forgot that does not care.
Yeah, so commanders, you can Doom, you can X-Zone, you can Shout, you can Break. Yeah, Shiva, you can actually insta-kill her, because with a Darkshock, you are set to use level 5 Doom. And Death by Math is actually Fieryblizzard's favorite strats. I mean, it's his specialty, you could say. Yeah, the commanders have high HP, that's true. That's why it's important to one-hit KO them. Shiva is also dangerous, because if you let her do the... What's her special attack called? Like the Diamond Dust thing. In other FF it's called Diamond Dust, but yeah, when she uses an AoE attack that attacks all characters in the same row, if all your characters are the same row, it can be dangerous. Oh, hi, Catastrophe!
Do we need
casually opening with Earthshaker. Nice. Nice RNG.
But our levels were enough to tank it, so we should be fine from this point on.
Yeah, because the thing with Catastrophe, it can open up with Earthshaker, it can open with Demon Eye. Yeah, we don't like that. However, if you use float on a character, Catastrophe will cast Gravity 100 to cancel it. And that's a way to stunlock Catastrophe, because it is hard programmed to do that.
Boosting levels on the carry, doing a little bit of Black Mage, and floating with the time.
And also, if you do not have float, there are other ways to cast float.
Yeah, there is a mix. Is it I Drop Maiden's Kiss?
Nope. It's Maiden Kiss Revivify to cast Kiss of Blessing, which gives which is Image, Berserk, and Float. There's just the float mix as well, like Levitate. Wait. Oh, you might be right. It might be I Drop Maiden Kiss. Yeah, Levitate might be I Drop Maiden Kiss. It's Antidote. Yeah, Antidote Maiden Kiss is Levitate.
It's one that I've had would have saved me against a Titan early game in the past, but not one I've gotten to memorize.
And another way is just use Big Ward, because Big Ward casts Armor, Shell, and Float at the same time.
Costly, but effective. And there's Alastair getting the bad news that Fork Tower is not holding its punches.
Also, yes, those mixes, they bypass wall. But you cannot use float on a walled character, but you can mix through it.
Ductor was an insta-dead. Mirror Gene, weak to fire. Decent physical defense, but our level is high. We'll just punch right through.
I think she does not have a physical resistance on her first form.
It's slightly ridiculous, I guess.
If she does a bio change, her physical defense will be even higher, though. However, there is also a chance that she switches to a form that is weak to physical. There's a form that is weak to that. Its level is also different from the others.
The X-Fight bypasses the... Ooh.
Oh, right. Yes. I mean, against her, I just use Fire 3 Sword anyway.
Fire 3 Sword, Fire 3...
Fire 3 Sword X-Fight just gives you, what? 4 times 8,000?
Yeah. You were really unlucky, I guess you have to wait for change. You could go and do level 3 flare from that point.
This is painful to see Alastair doing Fork Tower. Because even if Alastair succeeds here, they should only get bait items, like if it's fire, Here You Call, or Sandworm bait.
I mean, if it's fire would guide him to the pyramid.
No. We don't have Library Baron. It's Burning Baron.
No, but it would, Pyramid Page is the first part of Library.
Oh!
So he'd at least get it. Now, whether he chases it is...
Oh, yeah, true.
Masamune and...
But nope, that's the Here You Call. Unfortunately...
Golem 50,000, so just 25,000 of zombie Drake.
Okay, at least Siren is a free boss. You can petrify her. Yeah. So that's going to be the Here You Call, at least. And the same one bait. None of the items that could have guided Alastair to the pyramid page.
Of the 3 items that were available, it was the 2 that weren't.
Yeah. Okay, so we can deduce the location of the Ifrit fire.
It's
Probably Zeza's fleet or Sandworm.
yes. Because Fiery has done every other check. That isn't Baron.
Gilgamesh 2, that means we will not see Gilgamesh 2 in the void.
Although Fiery finished up the Twin Tanya spots, is prepping for his final fights.
I didn't even see what was there.
It was Golem.
Oh, yeah. So, Fiery organizing his inventory before starting the final boss. Because if you're going to mix Samson's power, etc., you want to have easy access to the items required. Oh, he's combining Sandworm and Library.
Yay.
Yes! Okay, do not leave. Good. Yes.
I saw the menu open up after.
Yeah.
We have
so
ribbons, we have Aegis shields, we
yeah,
don't even need to set up any sort of
Life shield.
hole protection, and just mix on up.
Yeah, even the fourth character, Lena, she doesn't have Aegis shield or ribbon, but with a tiara and magic equipment, she should already have a magic defense high enough to not get affected by white hole, and since we're going to level the characters up, we shouldn't get any white hole normally.
Also, it's pretty likely that was wearing a ribbon in the fight prior, which will give the ribbon's status immunity after.
Yeah, okay, that's something I never think about because I don't like to use that kind of glitch, but yes, status glitch will also help.
It's the one thing that saved me in certain fights where I have only one form of immunity and have to sing, or not even that. But we had a couple dragon fangs, so are able to get a couple boosted levels with that.
And if you mimic dragon power, you can use dragon power without consuming the dragon fangs.
Okay, and Alastair should have the pyramid page now, but need to finish seeing if Fork Tower was important for him, which unfortunately wasn't. Or fortunately.
Yeah, you can also slow Ted.
Waiting for an action, and then away we go. Ooh, nice free boss up here, recall.
It's not bribery. Guildos isn't bribing the enemies. You are throwing the money at them. To hurt them. It
It's
hurts.
heavy metal.
It hurts them. It's also the only game where Guildos is actually that powerful. They completely nerfed it for FF6. And that's where Heroes Soul was.
Thousand Needles sounds painful. Seven throws will finish the fight.
9 out of 10 Kairai seeds end up in Guildos or Levy spam. You mean Sildra spam. We prefer Sildra because you can stack Air Knife boost with Elemental Power Controller to Levia. But yeah, though we see the summon strat less often than before.
And Fieryblizzard finishes with a time of
1 hour, 49 minutes, and 48 seconds.
Nicely done.
And we are joined by our winner tonight, Fieryblizzard.
Hey guys, that was a bit of velocity I played.
Did you have fun?
I mean, at least I didn't check Kuza until 30 minutes in. Oh, no. GG's Alastair.
GG.
Yeah, that was, I didn't really feel too bad, I guess, because I was lacking in money anyways, so, because I was just buying Thunder Scrolls and Javelins. So I didn't really use Guild Toss, I don't think, until, I mean, I used it a couple of times, I guess, in World 2, but until the end, no. Same with that Blue Mage.
Yeah, as I said in the race room, I fell down the fork rabbit hole.
Yeah, all you have to do is miss menu and
Oh.
forget that you're on X fight that automatically cursors and attacks, and then just decide, you know what, I want summon 4, even though you have a magic lamp. So at that point, it was either fork or pyramid. And I was like, you know what, there's probably summon 4 in the pyramid. Let's just go there.
And also, I want to point out the hilarity of North Mountain being passed to the void to get to the other North Mountain check.
I mean, it was hilarious in a number of ways. Library, front of library, having the pyramid page that led to the tablet, but Ifrit's Fire being behind that fork chain.
Oh yeah.
And then, yeah, North Mountain 1 holding the Mirage Radar to hold the Bahamut. The tablet 3 at Bahamut. Or tablet, whichever tablet it was. Yeah, there was definitely some good trolls this seed. Not really lacking in power, though.
At least it was not Fork Tower.
I was hoping it was. It's always great to have burning areas are barren, but Fork Tower being required.
Yeah, that's always the worst.
That would have helped Alastair, but
I mean, I
unfortunately...
knew burning was barren, it's just I figured I'd take the gamble of fork.
Yeah, but that would have helped you. Because if it had been Fork, it wouldn't have been Pyramid, and that's definitely what pulled Fieryblizzard ahead.
I mean, maybe. The pyramid change had to end pretty quickly, though, just because of the number of things we were looking for at that point. But yeah, no, it was... I mean, by the time I went Pyramid, it was either that or Fork. So there was a rabbit hole, but how long would it really have pulled me down, knowing underwater is barren, which led to, oh, you just need to find the wall tower key or the shrine page. And then
Yeah.
I was just like, please don't be Hiryu Valley. Please do not be Hiryu Valley.
I don't even remember what I got from there. I'm pretty sure it was just junk.
Yeah, it was like Holy Sword, something dumb. Time 5, time 4, yeah.
Yeah. The rabbit hole ended at not pyramids, but the library.
Figured. Yeah, I just like looked at it at that point. I was just like, man, one of these two is gonna lead down an entire rabbit hole, if not all of it. So, yeah, a little bit lucky that I miscursored on the Crystal Guardians and made that decision. But
where was the Moogle suit?
I'm
assuming it's one of the meteors.
Yeah, I think so. I honestly don't remember. It's somewhere in World 1.
Either Karnak or Waltz Meteor, because unless it was it Lanka? Well, no, Lanka was the trench page, so probably Karnak or Waltz.
Because those are the last 2 World 1 checks I had left.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it is. I feel like it was probably Tycoon Meteor, because I feel like I went there as like...
Tycoon was hinted anti-barrier.
That was the anti-barrier.
Okay. I guess it was... I don't know. Maybe it was Waltz if you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at that point where I got the Moogle suit, I was like... I was pretty much done with all the World 1 checks, and that pretty much settled the routing I wanted to take into World 2, because I wanted to check Moogle Village. Which,
Yeah, I know you said it had all the goods.
Yeah, although I never actually equipped Blue Mage. So... I equipped Blue Magic at the very end, because I was like, I wonder where Stalkers are. I would like to have my map Stalkers, please. Especially if it's 50,000.
Stalker was at Byblos.
Yeah. Golem was at Twintania again.
Oh. So free.
Yeah. It's just interesting going from the previous seed where it was basically no power and a jet seed in disguise, and then this one which is just like, hope you check your front of the library.
Yeah.
And follow it.
Yeah, like I actually checked the library right after Sandworm, but then I was like, I'm gonna still commit to the fork, because at this point, if I've already lost if it wasn't fork, so I'm like, might as well just commit to it.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So of course, then I get the Ifrit's Fire from Hiryu column is just,
This seed definitely trolled a little bit. It's like, oh, cool, underwater areas are barren. I just go into the trench and get the hints, and surely that will lead me to the right path. No? Okay.
No. Looking at the results, the 2 final matches have been decided then. First, in the bronze final, for the 3rd place, we are going to have Alastair running against Freddy. How do you feel, Alastair?
and I mean, based on the qualifier times, I know a lot of his times were faster than mine, so I feel like I'm at a disadvantage, but we'll see.
Did you guys race in the previous tournament?
I don't think I've actually raced him.
Huh.
And then the grand final is going to be Judge Joe versus Fieryblizzard. Absolutely no one saw this coming, considering you both were consistently getting sub 2 hours in every single tournament seed. and thus were placed seed 1 and 2. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I am looking forward to that match. Hopefully, I hope that it isn't Bahamut at Greg 4 holding the last tablet.
Oh,
Unhinted.
jeez.
Unhinted.
I hope it's a better race than that one became
Oh,
last
Lord.
time.
Yeah, that
That
one-
one was close until it wasn't.
No, it should be an exciting match for sure. It will be. Joe might get me back from the Final Fantasy IV previous tournament where I sort of beat him in his game, so maybe he'll come over and beat me in this game. But no, I expect that match to be really a good match. I don't know how aggressive I'll play it in response to Joe. I mean, I think both of us are probably going to play slightly more conservative in the fact that we don't want to get, we don't want to lose to, say, like North Mountain 1.
Yeah.
Being, like, that's sort of the trick here with, it used to be in terms of the early meta a couple tournaments ago, it's like, oh, don't do North Mountain 1 until you get Mirage Radar, don't do Front of Library until you get Ifrit's Fire. But then, if you're spending a minute for something that can basically cost you a lot of time. So I don't think either of us are going to go that aggressive in terms of skipping checks like that. I know Joe in the previous race against Freddy was pretty comprehensive in terms of doing the World 1 and World 2 checks, and I don't expect that to change for either of us.
It all depends on the hints.
Depends on the hints, depends on which one of us rolls the seed, I guess.
Yeah.
And, hopefully, I'm hoping it's more of a magic, a mage heavy seed, because me and physical seeds, I generally don't do terribly well with them, unless it's clearly obvious to use X-Fight versus Dancer. If I'm playing a Dancer war against Joe, I've already lost, so... but it should be fun.
No, I'm looking forward to racing you, and I'm looking watching the other match as well. Both should be lots and lots of fun.
Yeah, I think the finals are going to end up being super close.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
That's another
So that
question.
third place match is going to be a bit interesting logistically, because it wasn't put on the challenge bracket that it existed, so I don't know if we're going to get Speedgaming or that one on Speedgaming. We might have to do actually use our tournament channel for that one. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
But then Joe's and I should be sometime in the next week for sure. Somewhere on the Speedgaming network.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
However, there's a nice question. I don't remember if the grand final is actually best of 1 or best of 3.
It is best of 1. Everything
Yeah,
is
all
best of
matches
1.
are best of 1. Yeah.
One shot.
Yeah, I was figuring, but figured I'd wait for someone who knows more than me to say.
Yeah, the tournament was meant to be on the shorter side. Certainly a tighter schedule. And didn't want to run up against the in-person event for Speedgaming Live. So, best of 1 it is.
Considering you two are the two best runners in the community, you could easily get a best of 3 under 4 hours and a half. Provided it's actually a
That'd be
2-0.
tight.
Like, if it's a 2-0, it's 4 hours and a half for you.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
That's-
the A3, like best of 3, a complete best of 3 would be sub 6 hours for you too. So, if you
no,
decide to play it in one sitting.
what we would do if we wanted to do something like that would be a best of 3, but the first 2 matches are normal seeds and the last one is a Castle XDEF seed. Just to roll the complete
Oh, yeah, has a tiebreaker.
That'd be a fun tiebreaker.
I've seen too many dispels on Castle XDEF to want to do that. Thank you. No, but I did want to thank both you, Joe, and Rom for commentating. Rom, I I don't know if both of you were tracking or if Rom was just a person who was tracking, but obviously thanks to both of you for putting on this restream and
Yeah.
Gaming for.
I mean, for once I was
Hosting.
available to actually do something on a match that is not during the night. Yeah. It actually started before midnight and almost finished before midnight for me.
I imagine Joe and I are probably gonna do. I imagine on the weekend, but we'll have to talk about it. So
Yep.
shouldn't be forcing you to stay up until 4 a.m. to catch our match.
I mean,
I'm
4 in
going
the
with that.
morning is not until you finish. It's starting your match.
Oh, either way, I imagine.
Yeah.
It'll
That's the thing. Yeah, well, we will see that in due time. You can all start scheduling your matches, of course, but normally you should be able to schedule and play it during the next week. So, yeah.
Yep, and then after that, we'll see what we got going on. I posted something about doing some bingo, revive that from the
Well,
ashes.
about that, there was an announcement from another organization online that I will not quote because, well, we are kind of on speed gaming right now, but there is a marathon about bingo that is coming up. So, if you wanted to bring back bingo, there might be a double occasion to do that. In that case,
We shall see.
yeah, because bingo is something I like. That I also showcased with Lily Spikes and OBF Legend multiple times. So, yeah. And something without hints might actually be interesting because hints have not been nice to me lately.
You know, as soon as Barrier Tower was hinted Path to the Void, it's like, well, we can't get Towers or Baron anymore.
The hints in
Yeah.
this seed. Okay, the hints in this seed were wonderful because if you set aside the duplicate hint with the direct hint about bracelet, you had 3 tablets in a Path to the Void, one that had 2 paths, plus bracelet. And then you also had anti-bio in a direct link. You had everything hinted a way or another. That's actually wonderful. You had wonderful hints.
Yeah, it helps a bit more if you haven't done those checks right before finding those hints, but
True, but technically everything was hinted. That's drastically different from having 5 Path to the Void hints that only point to 2 paths total. So yeah,
Yeah, that is pretty awful.
yeah.
you'd be like that.
Let's say this randomizer has given me a hell of hints. So yeah. I think this is going to wrap things up, unless any of you has something to say.
Just gonna real quickly echo what Fiery said, and thanks for restreaming and commentating.
Yeah, and GG's again, Alastair.
Yeah, GG.
I look forward to watching your race with Freddy. I think that'll be a good one.
All right. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Speed Gaming for organizing Speed Gaming Live 2023 tournaments. Thanks them for letting us use their channel to restream. Thanks everyone. We will see you for the final matches. Stay tuned, check the schedule, and goodbye everyone. It's time for the big yeet.